In this video, I will be sharing the single best intermittent fasting strategy in 2022. I've been doing intermittent fasting for 3 to 4 years now, and it's literally changed my life. It makes dieting so much easier and more enjoyable. I hate when people ask me what I eat in a day because I literally eat like while maintaining 10 to 12% body fat year round. And if you just simply implement these strategies I'm about to teach you, then you can too easily. I am going to separate this video into 2 different parts, the diet part and the gym part. And as you guys can imagine, the diet part will be much longer. Now, there are quite a few videos like this on the internet, but the problem with those is that a lot of those videos are catered to an older audience who is primarily doing intermittent fasting for the health benefits. But just a disclaimer, I am solely making this video for weight loss purposes and how to stay shredded year round while eating like a king, because doing intermittent fasting for the health benefits and doing intermittent fasting for weight loss are honestly 2 completely different diets. So if you're looking to do intermittent fasting for the health benefits, then this is not the video for you. Good thing I told you that, because the first thing you are going to want to do is actually to drop the whole feeding window. The standard intermittent fasting diet would be a 16 to 8 window. Honestly, I think that's a solid template to use at first, but eventually I would just get rid of the window entirely, because to be honest with you, it just overcomplicates things for no reason. I'll give you a perfect example. So when I first started doing this diet 3 to 4 years ago, I had a very strict window from 2 in the afternoon to 10 o'clock at night. It would be like 9:30 at night. I wouldn't even be hungry, and I would just force a protein shake down my throat for about 300 calories. And then it would get close to bedtime. I went to bed at around midnight at that point, and I would just get mad hungry at bedtime and would be rolling around in bed, starving, having trouble falling asleep. When the reality is that I was an idiot. If I just didn't eat their protein shake at 9:30 and instead ate it at like 11 or 12 when I actually got hungry, I would have been taking in the same exact amount of calories. The only scientific way to lose weight is calories in versus calories out. I'm in this like intermittent fasting for men's group chat on Facebook, and some of them will say things like, oh, when you're in the fasted window, your body is magically burning fat, and a bunch of like that. I am extremely biased towards intermittent fasting, but I'm also not ignorant enough to admit that it's simply just a way to control calories. If you ate 2,000 calories eating 3 square meals a day, or ate 2,000 calories with intermittent fasting, you would lose the same exact amount of weight, which is why I do not recommend having a very strict feeding window. However, what does matter is how long you push your fast back for. In other words, what time of the day you break your fast. Now, I have fasted for 4 hours before, I fasted for 6 hours before, I fasted for 12 hours before, I fasted for 24 hours before, I've even fasted for above 48 hours before. And I'm telling you right now, the perfect amount of time to be fasting is 6 hours. So say you wake up at 8, try to push the fast back until 2. Say you wake up at 10, try and push the fast back until 4. If you're waking up at noon, then push the fast back until 6. Now, I am not going to lie, the hardest part of the diet is by far the first 2 to 4 weeks, simply because your body is so used to eating breakfast, so you're gonna be starving in the morning. That being said, when you first do this, for the first 2 weeks, I recommend trying to push your fast back by 4 hours. And then the 2 weeks after that, I recommend pushing it back by 5 hours. And then I would start really trying to push it back by 6 hours. If you can wait to not eat any food for the first 6 hours of the day, then you are going to have way more of an easier time losing weight or maintaining a lean physique than somebody who's at 800 calories before they even walk out the door. If you're eating 2,000 calories in a day and you're eating a breakfast with like 800 calories, which most people do, before they even get in their car in the morning, then what are you going to eat for the rest of the day? You are going to be forced to eat these small, tiny ass clean meals. It makes dieting so much harder. All right, now there's one thing that I highly recommend doing to make this diet actually effortlessly, and that is to drink hot black coffee during your fast. Hot black coffee has 0 calories, so it will not break your fast. It does an amazing job in giving you energy throughout the fast, and it does an even better job at suppressing your appetite during the fast. I don't even really get hungry during my fast anymore. I kind of just, it's like, oh shit, time to eat, let's go. Now, that being said, the coffee cannot have cream or sugar in it, because that will break your fast. Now, don't be that guy in the comments that's like, bro, I don't like hot black coffee. Like, nah. Like, no, it's an acquired taste. I am sure you will end up liking it. Just drink hot black coffee in the morning. You will get used to it and you will enjoy it. It's essential, honestly. You could try this with water to suppress your appetite, but honestly, it'll be so much easier with hot black coffee. One of my favorite parts of the day is when I get up and make my hot black coffee. I look forward to it every single morning. It is a game changer with intermittent fasting, and you need to be hopping on this. All right, so now that you're pushing your fast back for the first 6 hours of the day and drinking hot black coffee throughout that fast, however you want to distribute your calories is completely up to you, but I will show you exactly what I do and what I recommend. So at that 6 hour mark, I would break your fast with a small 200 to 400 calorie snack. I would use this simply as a buffer to hold you over for dinner time, That way at dinner time, you can eat like an absolute monster. You can just feast at dinner time. Some great options for this would be maybe an apple and a Greek yogurt, an apple and a banana, an apple and a Nature Valley bar, just a small tiny snack to act as a buffer to hold you over for just a couple more hours. I do recommend having at least one piece of fruit though. Fruit is always going to be low calorie and it does an amazing job at just filling you up for an extra hour or two. So if you're waking up at like 10 a.m., I would break your fast at 4 p.m. with a small, tiny like 200 to 400 calorie snack. So that snack should hold you off for a couple more hours. Now it's dinner time, it's around 6 p.m. and you're only at 200 to 400 calories. At this point, I would just eat a massive meal. Honestly, anything you feel like having, I would eat, and I would eat a lot of it. I would just eat until you're full. Some of my personal favorite meals would be a 14-ounce steak and mashed potatoes, 4 steak tacos. Sometimes I'll literally swipe into the dining hall and get 2 hot dogs and like 3 hamburgers, pasta and meat sauce, a bunch of chicken and pasta. Somewhere between 1,200 to 1,400 calories is what I would aim for. Maybe closer to 1,600 if you're a little bit on the heavier side. And then after this meal, you are going to be like, holy shit, I am so full. You are literally going to eat this massive meal and just be like, how the hell did I do that on a diet? Now I do try and get around 80 to 100 grams of protein at this one meal because I do care about muscle mass quite a bit, and obviously hitting your protein goal is important for muscle mass. If you are only doing this for sole weight loss purposes and you do not care about muscle mass, then hitting that protein goal does not apply to you. But even if you are just solely going for weight loss, I still do recommend a high protein diet because protein is by far the most satiating macro. So by eating a lot of protein, you'll be more likely to be full, therefore helping you lose weight. So between that snack and that massive meal, you are probably going to be somewhere between 1,400 and 1,800 calories. So that meal should hold you over until close to bedtime, and that's when you'll probably start to get hungry again. If I do not get my 80 to 100 grams of protein at my big meal, then I will have a protein shake at night along with some other food. But let's just assume that you hit your 80 to 100 grams of protein at that meal. At this point, you are probably going to have like 400 to 600 calories to play around with. I would just make like whatever you want, honestly. I always have at least 1 bag of Pop Secret popcorn because this entire bag right here is only like 100 calories and it's a ton of food. It's just so high volume for such low calorie. It does a really good job at filling me up. And then in addition to that, I'll have like cheese quesadillas, an egg and cheese omelet. I'll add like an ice cream sandwich to that. Some like English muffins with a little bit of peanut butter. I would honestly make just anything you feel like having that fits that calorie range, somewhere in between 400 to 600 calories. And then that should hit your protein intake, because if you're getting in a bunch of protein in your big meal, and then, you know, depending on what you broke the fast with and what you had at night, and then bang, that will more than likely put you in between 120 to 150 grams of protein, which is plenty for most people. You want to aim to get about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So obviously, if you are a little bit heavier, then you are going to need more protein in that, but you are also going to be able to take in more calories, so that should not be an issue. And then that's going to be like 2,000 to 2,400 calories max. I am 160 pounds and I'll eat 2,400 calories to maintain my physique and 2,000 to cut. And like I said, I'm 160 pounds. If you're watching this and you're like 200 pounds, then think about how much you can eat. Intermittent fasting just makes diet effortless because you can stay shredded year round while eating like a king. Eating clean. If somebody told me I had to eat chicken and broccoli and rice for the rest of my life to look like this, I would not even be doing this. I love food so much, eating clean sucks. And with intermittent fasting, you can push all of your calories back to a smaller window, therefore getting away with way more dirtier foods and bigger meals. Now you might be like, oh, well, what if you're bulking? Intermittent fasting is very, very, very fun when bulking, to say the least. Trust me. If this is while I'm eating to maintain my physique or on a cut, then you could imagine while I'm eating on a bulk with intermittent fasting. Alright, now as far as the gym, exercise, and training goes, there are a couple things you should keep in mind. First of all, intermittent fasting will not burn through muscle. I hate when people say that. In fact, a good chunk of these people in Hollywood who are doing these crazy body transformations are doing intermittent fasting. Granted, some of them do have the help with a little bit of juice, but regardless, no, it does not burn through muscle mass. As long as you are getting sufficient protein in, then you do not have to worry about losing muscle mass. Slow digesting protein, so pretty much any meat, steak, chicken, fish, etc. will digest like 5 grams of protein per hour. So if you're getting like 80 to 100 grams of protein at your big meal, which I told you I recommend doing, then that will still be in your system well into the fast the next day. You're not going to lose muscle doing intermittent fasting. And as far as what time to work out during your fast, I highly recommend training in your fasted window but closer to the end of your fast. The reason being is because, believe it or not, you actually have more energy when you are fasted. You know when you try to go to bed but you can't fall asleep because you're starving? Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's how the human body and mind works. When you are starving, your brain is more stimulated, you're alert, you're active because your body wants food. And then when you eat a bunch of food, you're mad tired and sluggish because your body's like, all right, we got food, we can chill now. This is another reason why intermittent fasting will probably work really well with your schedule. Because one, you don't have to worry about anything in the morning because you can just wake up and just go out the door rather than planning this fancy ass breakfast. And two, your brain will be so stimulated in the morning. Pair that with the caffeine, you're gonna be a productive beast. You're gonna have so much energy in the fasted hours. During my fasted hours is by far when I get the most done. I hit the gym, I bang out schoolwork, I'm a productive beast, which is what you want. You wanna be productive and active during the day. And then when it's nighttime, you can just eat a bunch of food and just chill out. Watch TV, watch some football, do whatever you gotta do. It works well with what the human body and brain want. Take a look at history. You know, the Greeks, like Sparta, Athens, etc. They're hunters and gatherers. They would spend the entire day fasting, just hunting for this food, and then they would come back and just eat everything they hunted that day. They'd be fasted all day, and then they would come back and just eat a bunch of food. And all of them were shredded. The Greek god physique literally comes from the Greeks. Look at the statues. They were all chiseled because they had a decent amount of muscle mass and they stayed lean year round because they just wouldn't eat all day. They would just come home and just eat massive meals and spend the entire day working and getting done. Breakfast is literally called break fast. There's no set time to break your fast. It just got labeled as a morning meal in modern society. Now everyone thinks that they have to eat breakfast first thing in the morning. And then it makes it so much harder for them to lose weight because before they're even out the door, they're at like 1,000 calories. They didn't necessarily have the weights that we have now to build a significant amount of muscle mass, but they all had a decent size from just lugging shit around all day, and they were all very, very lean and at a low body fat percentage. I hope you guys learned something from this video. This is literally my exact intermittent fasting template. If there was an easier diet, I'd be doing it. If you have any questions about intermittent fasting, then let me know in the comments. I answer every question, and consider subscribing to my channel. I literally put out like 3 to 5 pieces of content a day. Peace.